So we just went for a whale watch with Hawaii Ocean Rafting, and they're kind of working with Captain Steve's right now. That was our favorite company before the fires, and since then they've been kind of like rebuilding. And the Hawaii Ocean Rafting is using their permit, so they encourage you to book still through Captain Steve's website. It still helps them, and then I guess they're kind of sharing. So that was really nice. It was just as good as Captain Steve's, eye level on a raft and everything, and we got to see some great whale action. When you show up, you should park at the Safeway at the Cannery Mall. And then the best place to park is by Long's Drugs, because that's kind of the closest, as far south as you can be. And then you go onto Front Street right outside of Old Lahaina Luau, walk just over that little bridge, and you'll come to, you'll see like Snorkel Bob's and a few little shops, and it's the Maui Dive Shop. They're working out of there right now. A lot of the whale companies are working out of there temporarily right by Maui Wharf. In the dive shop, there's water there, there's a bathroom, last chance to use bathroom. There's no bathroom on the boat. There is water on the boat, but be careful because there is no bathroom. And it's something like, I think, 16 people or so. It's the most that they can fit. So keep an eye when you're booking the schedule, on, like whether you're doing like a 20 plus or whatever. Try to do the one with like very few people. Our boat had 13 people in it, including us. They give you a little number as you come on and you board in order. So there were 7 and the last person was only 1, so it's 13. And as far as timing, like definitely be early. Our thing started at 4:30, and you need to be parking by like 3:50. You're supposed to actually check in a half an hour beforehand. We were a little late. We had to kind of run a little bit towards the end. So yeah, parking can be hard, and then you have to walk and everything. So really be there park at least a half an hour early for sure. And if you park early and get there early, you get first pick of seating because they give you the number 1 if you're the first one there. But it doesn't really matter because every seat's a good seat. We sat in the way back and it was awesome, especially because we got to talk a lot to Captain Mark and Val, the crew of that boat. The Naia was the name of the boat, Dolphin in Hawaiian. And Val was really cool. We found out later he's from Romania. Olena's from Ukraine, so neighbors. And I don't know if we asked where Captain Mark was from. Would have been cool to find out, but next time we go, we can ask him. But yeah, they were very knowledgeable, really friendly. They seemed to genuinely enjoy kind of just like talking and stuff, not just like they were doing their job and answering questions. And they're actually really passionate about it. And yeah, we came across whales, like 6 whales like fighting together over a female, I guess. And we saw a baby and lots of breaches, and some whales went under our boat and all kinds of stuff. So, and you really don't get that very often on the bigger boats. It happens, but you're not as close. And we put our GoPro in the water, got some really cool footage, and it was fantastic. So this is our favorite way of doing it, but PacWhale and the bigger boats do have perks as well. There's a bathroom. It's a little more of a comfortable ride, and sometimes there's food or a bar. And so yeah, they're different experiences. And next week we're going to go with PacWhale. So we'll do a video comparing the two, and you get to kind of decide if you're taking a trip to Maui. We kind of recommend you do both. Like if you're here for more than a week, go twice. It's fantastic. It's always a different experience. We go like 2 or 3 times every year, even though we live here. So yeah. Try out Captain Steve's if you want the kind of like you up close and personal. Try out PacWhale if you want to kind of just relax with a drink while you're watching the whales. And yeah, let us know which one you prefer in the comments.
Where are we going?
Whale watching with PacWhale.
Woohoo!
So another awesome whale watch with PacWhale in the books. They are such an awesome organization. If you're on Maui and want to do some whale watching, they're a great bet. Right now they're leaving out of Alaia Harbor. A lot of the whale watch tours are leaving from the west side all the way past Lahaina. So this is a little closer to town. You should really arrive quite a bit earlier. Sometimes parking can be a little bit difficult. And when you park at the Ocean Center parking lot, you do have to pay unless you are a member of the Maui Ocean Center. There's a QR code. I don't think it's very expensive, less than $5. And you go into the PacWhale shop and check in there. You do have to check in, even if you already signed the waiver, and they give you a stamp on your hand. And you walk with everybody down to the boat. Don't try to go to the boat ahead of time, or they're going to maybe be wondering where you are, or they'll have to wait for you or something. So you walk down with everybody and board the boat. And we were, I believe, on the Voyager, the Ocean Voyager. And it's a double-decker boat with a bar that has basic snacks and soda and stuff like that. And this is not one of the cruises where they offer you food. There are cruises where they offer you food. This was one that was more about finding whales. And once you're off out of the harbor, you're allowed to walk around. They come on the loudspeaker, tell you a lot about the whales. Obviously, they don't chase down the whales. They go to where they might be, and the whales come to you. A really great thing about PacWhale is that they have a bathroom on board. Don't throw toilet paper into the toilet like on any boat. And yeah, it was a really great time. We saw lots of whales pretty close. They didn't quite like mug us. We saw some boats nearby. Mugging is when they basically trap the boat by coming right near you, and you're not allowed to. The boat's not allowed to move because they're not allowed to operate the motor within a certain distance. And we saw another boat near us that the whales came right next to them, probably within like 10 or 20 feet. And the one that was near us was also a PacWhale boat, so I think they have smaller vessels that they operate as well. PacWhale is also a really great research organization. They do a lot of really good work, so the money that you're giving them for the ticket is going towards marine research, protecting whales, and things like that. And they also take a picture as you're boarding the boat, and they take pictures throughout the entire thing, like with a professional camera and everything. And I think it was $65 for the entire package of all the pictures they took. I think you can purchase one for like 20 or 30, but you might as well just buy the whole thing. And you get lots of awesome pictures. So go PacWhale, and we'll see you on the next whale watch. It was really good. That's the best we've seen on PacWhale. They came pretty close to us. We could see.
It was awesome.
There's a boat nearby that was
It was a PacWhale boat that saw them up close, but it was awesome, and I really appreciated having like shade and cold water because it got really hot.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was awesome, and we'll do a comparison video very soon. So subscribe and follow us, and you'll learn a lot more about Maui and all the awesome things that you hear.
Yeah, and which one of these to use, whether you should do the big boat or the small one.
Aloha!
One of the main things that people love to do when they visit Maui is to go on a whale watch. Anytime between around November and late March, early April sometimes, there's whales everywhere. January, February tend to be some of the best months. And there's a bunch of different companies to choose from, so which one to go on? So there's kind of two basic categories. There's your bigger boats where there's more amenities, and there's smaller boats where you're up close and personal, and basically you have to stay where you're seated. We like both of them for different reasons. So let's start with the bigger boats, case in point being PacWhale. That's PacWhale, Pacific Whale Foundation. They're a great organization. They do a lot of research, so the money that you're giving them is really going towards marine life conservation and really helping the whales, so that's one perk of going with them. Another is that it's a bigger boat that you get to actually walk around. They have a bar with snacks and drinks. And it's just kind of more of a relaxed vibe. It's maybe good for a big family that wants to get up, walk around the boat. You can talk to the crew. There's a lot more people, and you might not get as seasick because it's a bigger boat. A kind of downside, I guess, if you want to call it that, is that you tend to not get as close to the whales because the whales might be a little bit more wary of the bigger vessel. It is a little harder to see whales sometimes because there's a lot of people and they might be in your way. You might have to find a good spot, and you have to get lucky to be in the right place at the right time. If you're on the right side of the boat and a whale comes on the left, you probably not going to be able to run over in time because they'll be gone by the time you get there. So that brings us to what's really great about the smaller boats, and they're you might not even call them a boat. They're like rafts, really small vessels. And there's a number of different companies. We really like Captain Steve's. They lost a couple of boats in the Lahaina fires, but you can still support them by going to their website. And right now, other companies are using their permits. So you're still supporting them if you use their website. And last time we went with them, we went through Hawaii Ocean Adventures. And they had a really cool raft where you have a saddle to sit on. That was kind of cool. But you do have to basically stay seated or standing in the same place that you were seated the whole entire time. It's a really small boat, less than 20 people, fewer than 20 people. And, you're boarding time, your boarding position is dictated by when you get there. Let's start with some things that are a little different and maybe not as great as with PacWhale. One is that if you're staying in town or in Kahului or Kihei, you do have to go a little bit farther. You have to go a little past Lahaina, actually, the northern part of Lahaina. Leaves from Mala Wharf. You have to park at the Safeway Cannery right now. Things are a little bit different since the fire. There's some temporary locations. Maui Dive Shop is operating out of this small temporary location, and they're allowing people to, they're allowing all these whale watch companies to go through there. So leave a lot of time, like at least a half an hour, maybe even 45 minutes, because you got to park, you got to go around across a bridge past the old Lahaina Luau, and then you check in there. They walk you to the boat, and another sort of, it's not a downside, it's just a difference. Another difference is once you board, you stay in one spot, but you're basically at eye level with the whales. When you're out there on that boat and the whale comes up, like it's almost close enough to even touch them sometimes. Don't do that if a whale comes close enough, but you can stick a GoPro in the water and really get some awesome shots. The whales tend to be a little more playful with these boats, it seems. Maybe they think they're like the same size as other whales, so they're like saying hi. And we had whales come right up on one side and right up on the other. And I said with PacWhale, if one comes on the left and you're on the right, you're out of luck. But with these boats, if one comes up on the left, the people on the left sit, the people on the right stand. You're just in these two rows. The other's way around on the other side. So you kind of have a view of like a 360 view, maybe not so much in the back, but you can see all around. And when they turn the engine off, it's really, really quiet. So the whales do tend to come a little closer. There's always one naturalist and one captain. So there's one guy who's telling you all sorts of facts, or gal telling you all sorts of facts about whales, and one guy driving. And they do 3 or 4 trips every single day, and we love going with them. That's our preferred method, but it really depends on you. Do you have a big family who's looking to kind of relax, walk around a boat? Go with PacWhale. You're also supporting the research that they do. If you really just are about seeing whales as close as possible and learning more about them and getting some really great shots in the water, then you probably want to go with Captain Steve's or a similar raft. Another cool thing that both types of boats have is they have hydrophones that they put in the water. They've tended to do it more often on the PacWhale ones, but both of them do it. It has to be like, there has to be no other boats around because it has to be really quiet, and you can hear the whales singing under the water. So that's really cool on both kinds of boats. One great thing about PacWhale also is they offer a lot of different kinds of cruises. There's the ones that are strictly whale watching, and then they have ones that are like a sunset cruise with a dinner, like a 3-course meal, and they're relatively affordable as well. We love doing those for date nights. They don't try to go out of their way to like find a spot where there's whales. It's more just you're enjoying a dinner on the water while there's whales in the background, and maybe you'll get lucky and one will come up. So that might be an option as well if you're looking to just relax and have a meal. So bottom line, it's down to preference. We like both. We do one of each every single year. And if you're on Maui and you're here for longer than a week, maybe even try doing both. If you're really interested in seeing the whales up close, though, I really would go with the smaller boats. And no clear winner. Which one do you like? Have you been on both before? Let us know down below, and have fun on your whale watch.
I am Olena. This is Isaac.
And we are the TravelBugBite.
We met in Prague, Czech Republic.
Lived in Shanghai, China.
New York and Rhode Island, USA.
And now we live in Hawaii.
We've traveled from Tibet to Puerto Rico.
Harbin to PP.
And drove cross country with Smiley in our Tesla Model 3.
Subscribe to follow our adventures.
If you liked our video, don't forget to click the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Check out our videos from all around the world and let us know what you'd like to see next.
Thanks for watching!